Mayo experience.
Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Experience.
Welcome to Sunday Night Live on the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by DraftKings. The games aren't even over for the Week 2 recap. The Week 3 Guess the Lines, they're probably fine at this moment, although they may be affected by the 3 games that we're sweating right now. I got a big DraftKings sweat on the go. Tim Andercust has to drink out of a shoe. Who drinks out of a shoe? There's your Crystal Diet Pepsi. That's coming up in a little bit. And we have Geoff Fienberg on the line, who's sweating apparently an awful lot of money on this Arizona game where Kyler's trying to throw underhand at the goal line, Geoff.
Kyler's trying to throw underhand, I smiling like the rest of the audience, getting my first look at Victory Sunday. Tim Anderson with his hat and all. Great to be here. I'd love for the Cardinals to at least score me a cover here, Pat.
Well, I don't think they're going to stop and kick a field goal here from the 1 yard line. I don't think that AJ Green is in. So have you been sweating the games all day? Have things been going well for you? Because 2 things went great for me at the end of the 1 o'clock series of games. I can wager a guess you know what those were.
Yeah, everything has kind of gone my way. This Arizona game would be fine. I was dumb enough to bet Carolina, but everything else that I feel like New England was successful. The Jets was amazing. I was cheering with Tim, happy for Tim. And that Dolphins, just incredible. What a moment. Tua, like Tim turned him into a superhero, and Tua was outstanding. He's beaten the Patriots and the Ravens. I mean, what is happening here? Nothing but all the praise for Miami on their run. Today was incredible. I hope I can give Arizona the same sort of comeback praise I gave Miami all afternoon.
Well, maybe they're going to do something cool, like once they attempt a 51-yard field goal but take a delay of game penalty and they're at the 56-yard line, that they decide to punt from the 56-yard line in Denver rather than just attempting a 64-yard field goal in Seattle. Real clinic from Nate Hackett so far through 2 weeks, Geoff.
Honestly, that's one game that I didn't really see much of at all today.
It's still happening as we speak.
Yeah, you haven't missed anything insofar as like nothing.
Are you talking to the mic?
I am talking.
It's like 3 feet away from your fucking face.
This is how it was set up for me, so I could project. I can be heard.
Can you bring it closer to your face?
Yes.
You can sit closer to the desk too,
No,
so people can hear you.
I'm good.
This is just great. It's hard for Tim to do much here because he's watching the end of the Cincinnati and Dallas game, and I don't especially know what he's sweating.
Because I have both. Anyway, it would be.
No one cares about your $10 season-long league, pal.
Can we address the elephant in the room?
That you're wearing a Jets
hat? Your
hat?
Sunday special, that this was supposed to be your time to gloat, and it's being overshadowed by Tua's I am here world. Hello world.
So Tua's less impressive performance than the Jets comeback should ruin my day. The Jets had there were the odds of a Jets victory was shorter than the Dolphins victory.
Well, what was the Dolphins? What was the probability?
Well, it was certainly less than 0.3.
When you say it's certainly, did you see
less
it?
Than 0.3.
Did you see it?
No.
So you're just making that up.
No. You're just saying that, but the Jets are actually really good.
So here we go. Dallas for the game. That looks not good.
Wide left.
Oh, is that in? That's in. And that would have been wide right, by the way.
Oh yeah, right. Left to me.
So wide left into the right-hand side. So your free money teaser got blown up, pal.
Yeah, it got blown up by the Browns in particular, but so what? That was one of the comebacks of the NFL season. People were like, oh, the Dolphins are so impressive. They just hit wide receivers, and it wasn't that impressive. The Jets managed to put that ball down the field twice against the defense, which had been stifling them the whole day in a tough visiting arena when the Browns fans were ravenous to win that game. You will not see a more impressive comeback than what you saw out of the Jets today, because that team has heart and doesn't live by fluke long touchdown passes that they don't have any right to have. Oh, gee, they're Tua throws 6 TDs. Anybody with a functioning arm.
Oh, did they get him? Oh, he's still going.
We've seen this before.
Yeah, this is exactly what Kyler. What a way to end the game. Ooh.
Flag.
Sorry, pal.
Flag.
Is the flag good flag or bad flag? I think it's holding. If Kyler's going to run around for 30 seconds, it's got to be a holding.
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
to
holding on a receiver.
On their receiver?
Listen, I don't know, man. I'm hoping it's a good flag.
And now we're seeing the Texans attempting to stage a comeback here. So let's talk about Tua for a second.
Sure.
Oh, it's good flag for you, Geoff?
It is. It's a hold on the Raiders.
Oh, so they're going to get it at the 2-yard line here? Oh, no. I wonder how I'm still doing, if I'm still up all the money in draft. No. Since we've started the show, I've lost $3,000 on DraftKings
Garrett
from where
Wilson
I was.
is so good.
Hold on.
He played so well. Everyone who laughed at me and said, "Oh, the Jets."
You
wasted
didn't even
that
take
pick."
him.
He was
In
so
our
good.
fantasy draft that you're talking about, he's so good you took Drake London.
Who had
over
a
him.
fantastic day
All right,
today,
did
by
you
the
play
way.
him?
Yes, I did. I flexed him.
What about Dotson?
Hold on. Who laughed? No
I'm
one's
redshirting
laughing. Garrett Wilson's a first round.
I was mocked to scorn.
To who?
Everyone's
From
like,
who?
"Oh, the Jets blew their top 10
name
picks
one
on a
name
cornerback."
one person who mocked you.
The person is in this room,
Tim, is that true?
I mock everything the man does.
so he admits it.
Fair
I
enough.
was mocked, but I wear this hat because it's a victory hat. You know why it's a victory?
Oh,
hat?
is that a T? Oh, he
the Jets
dropped
won.
it. Why can't AJ Green catch?
Did you wear it today?
I'm wearing it now.
Did you wear that hat today while they won?
I forgot to put it on. I was so enwrapped in the
Oh
moment.
my God, AJ Green's a. God damn it.
Nobody will ever mock you in that hat, Top Cat.
You're right. They won't.
Jeff, do you got any bets for Sunday Night Football? I have 2. I bet first. I bet first touchdown, Big Bob Tunyon and Dante Pettis at 40-1. 10-1, 40-1 are the only bets I have on that game. You seem real shook about this Arizona game, pal.
He can't
Well, I wanna
focus
look at
on
my
anything
sports-
else. He can't focus.
It's okay. It's just-
Oh, it's almost picked. This is not. This is not a
All right,
great.
no, I'm good to Tim, you're right. The Jets' comeback was incredible. Joe Flacco was dropping dimes. It was
Out of
beautiful.
nowhere.
It was a resilient comeback.
It was.
But I'm saying, in your heart, you've got to be frustrated that all the shine,
Sure.
all the headlines, you guys, you got like 12 minutes of glory.
Well, I
And
complained
Tua
about it in the
just
house.
Stole it, baby.
The
with
CBS
his
was-
hello world moment.
Yes, I complained in the house that CBS was showing the Dolphins a less impressive comeback first on like the stories of the day before the Jets. Like, people come back from 3 touchdowns down. That happens. What the Jets did, the game was over. All Chubb had
What
to do
is
was hit.
Arizona
Oh,
doing?
what the hell was that?
All Chubb had to do was hit the deck, and the Browns
Yeah,
win.
if Chubb takes a knee, the game is over.
That's all he had to do.
But he wanted to get that third touchdown.
Well-
Try to steal money from me on DraftKings with those extra rushing yards and
and
touchdowns.
then the Browns had to miss an extra point. The kicker who made the monster kick last week to win them the.
Oh, how bad were you going to feel when you said that, don't worry, Pat, your cover is now locked in because the Browns missed the extra point before the Jets tried to kick their extra
Yeah,
point?
I was very concerned I had misdone the math. It's true. But you know what? Jets! They're so good.
Well,
the thing
well-
is, they haven't even got their superstar QB in, and they're winning games on the road.
Run!
Oh, here we go. Last play of the Cardinals game. Oh,
He's got
he's
it.
in. He's in. Walk off, Jeff.
Well, it's not a walk-off. They're down by
No,
8.
I don't. Now I almost don't want them to
Get
do
it.
this.
Oh, yeah.
I got 5.5 points.
Yeah,
and I can lose.
This is the ultimate gambling situation when you have a ton of money on one team.
Yeah.
They have a 2 to tie it. And you're like, no, don't tie it. Just
I
miss.
cheered for them for 4 hours. I screamed at them for 4 hours, and now I don't want them to convert this because then it opens the door.
How
But
about?
I also hate the Raiders, and I want the Raiders to lose, so I am really torn here.
Well, listen, they're probably going to cover either way at this. What do you have, 5.5?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Woo!
5.5. 5.5's no lock in this
And
situation.
plus 17.5 live.
Well, that's good. So how about we get to paying off the bet before we do anything? And that can bring some joy to you in case that they do hit this and everything's not good. So if you missed it on the Wednesday show, Cust just basically, they called timeout. Okay, so if you missed it on the Wednesday show, Tim said that Mike Williams would not score a touchdown and that he would not get over 100 yards. In fact, he did both of those things. Jeff, we won those same game parlays at 9-1. I saw some 10-1s out there, so congrats to everyone for fading Cust. We should have done it again today when he said that Michael Pittman was going to go off and he ended up with 0 catches.
Paris Campbell, not Michael Pittman.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Michael Pittman is out. You love Paris Campbell. 0 points, 0 catches, 0 yards.
I was right about Amon-Ra St. Brown. The guy's a superstar. An absolute star. Don't steal my joy. Tua tried to steal my joy, but he couldn't.
Oh, really? He didn't?
you're
You,
trying to-
you seem like you're pretty well adjusted to it.
I'm wearing the hat.
Bye-bye! What about when you tweeted out that it's over? Bye-bye!
I'll get my revenge yet. Don't you worry. I'll get my... Yeah, I know. The gallery can make all the signs they want at me. But you know what? The thing is, you can't get in my head. That's the only thing they can get on my head. A victory hat.
I don't want to get on your head.
Thing is, Tim, tomorrow's like shows. It's just no one's going to care about the Jets. It's going to be all about Tua.
All Tua all the time. That's the lead story. Who doesn't love Tua
Jets-
here?
The Jets comeback is really going to play like a fart in the wind, like after what Tua
No,
did.
we're in the A block of PTI tomorrow.
No,
Listen.
yeah. If the Jets make the A block of any recap show, which outside of our show, obviously, it's going to be, did the Jets make a mistake by winning because they could maybe have the first overall pick?
No, you don't even have your star QB and you're winning that game. Like we have the
Star
the
QB,
Bengals.
Tua, as was pointed out, Tua threw 66% of Zach Wilson's career
The
touchdown
Bengals
passes
look like
in today's game.
Dead fish. We have the Bengals next week. That's a W. Then the Steelers, who are also a dead fish. That's a W. That's 3-1 going through the AFC North. And that, my friends, opens up everything. It opens up everything. You know, our quarterback has a sore knee, not busted rib cartilage, so I hope he comes back sooner. I'm feeling good about things.
You getting shook from behind the camera
No,
there?
I'm getting excited.
What about when they play the Bills?
Oh my God, they caught it.
Oh, they
they're
did.
going to overtime.
Wasn't Dortch, was it? AJ Green finally caught one? Good for him.
Well,
Now he's hurt.
there'll be a pause here while we go to the overtime, so perhaps it's time.
All right, well, how about this? I will give the injury report. Well, you start loading up that shoe, so you can put it on to... I guess I might have to add AJ Green to the
How
injury
do I
report.
do this? Do I just pour it into the shoe?
Paul, do you need to... You leave it on the 2. You make him a professional...
Like, what do I do? Do I just pour it
You pour it into the shoe, into the loafer.
He's going to screw it up somehow. He doesn't know how to pour.
Do you think I've done... No.
Paul, from the Dog or Pass podcast, there's Paul Shaughnessy. We can see his arm in the frame.
My boot's over there in the corner.
Veteran of shoe bet. So here are the major injuries from
The
today's...
equivalent of pushing the elevator button. He's like loading it up for you.
Trick is trying to pour without.
Here are the injuries from today.
I believe it. Look, we're going to have to do this first. We're just ruining everything.
I was going to do it while he's filling up the fucking thing, but you won't stop fucking talking.
I can't help it.
The injuries from today's game. People who left. Jerry Jeudy left the game. Trey Lance out for the year for the San Francisco 49ers. We have James Conner hurt his ankle in that game. I don't think he came back. Darrell Williams was the one getting the most run. Hold yourself. Tyler Kraft is out for the 49ers, and Kittle was out, so they're down like to no tight ends. Drew Sample hurt himself for the
That's what I'm going to do.
Bengals. Will you guys stop fucking talking?
He's giving me advice on how to do
Just fucking, it's a shoe with fucking Diet Pepsi in it. Put it to your fucking lips and put it down your fucking guzzard.
I'm just trying to pump them up. Get them ready to perform.
I'm waiting.
That's all you should have practiced. Producer does. You should have practiced.
All right, go cut to him so he can do it. I'll recap the injuries in a minute. Geoff, you're not watching. Oh, Jesus Christ. Tip it higher, higher. Oh, he's doing it. Woo! Hey! Finish it off, by the way. There you go. There you go. Killing it. You were practicing all week, weren't you? You were practicing. Don't lie.
Oh, good job, Tim.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I would have preferred to see you do that with some Verners, but
Oh,
You guys might need an alternate bet as we go along. So this is going to under. Is this actually a catch or not? This is a big sweat for you. We've been on for 14 minutes and they've been on
are
the
they
1
still
yard
determining
line.
whether the 2-point conversion is good?
Yeah, they're now looking to see if the 2-point.
Oh, I just assumed it was in the bag.
No, I don't know about that. So while we wait for that replay, here is the actual injury report for the week. So you got Jeudy. He left the game with a shoulder. No word yet. James Conner left with an ankle injury. Darrell Williams was the primary backup. We saw some Eno Benjamin, but it would probably be Darrell Williams if Conner has to miss time. We'll see if he comes back in overtime. Not sure yet. Trey Lance out for the year. Again, more on that in a bit. Jacoby Brissett played through an ankle injury against the Jets. He's iffy now for Thursday night against the Steelers, which really just is going to be an ultimate sadness game. We'll talk about sad games here in a minute, too. Who was the backup that we saw?
Kellen Mond.
No, he was third string. Joshua Dobbs.
Oh, yeah, Joshua Dobbs.
Is the actual backup.
Steelers at any price.
Joe Mixon hurt his ankle. I didn't see because we were prepping the show if he came back in or not. I guess if you want the cheat sheet for this and the early waiver wire and the game notes that I have on the go, sub to the newsletter that comes out tonight. It's free. You can find it down in the description right now. It'll get sent right to you, and you'll have everything. So do we get a conclusion on that? Because we're behind here on Red Zone, and we're streaming it live in the studio.
Caught it.
So
they caught it. They're flipping a coin for overtime.
Okay.
All right, so they're going to overtime. Good thing we didn't wait till the end of the games. We would have been right into Sunday Night Football. So let's get to some of the big, hot topics of the day. We did Tua already, but Geoff, how impressive was Tua?
Listen, you just credit where it's due. The guy was precise. He was hitting open guys. They were scoring touchdowns. The Dolphins as an offense flying around. They make a big red zone turnover in that game, something they seem to do every single week. It's almost like that fight that I wondered that you saw they had under Flores. Would they have it under McDaniel? And holy shit, man, they're more talented and they have that fight. So, the Dolphins kind of put the conference on notice in some respects, and looking forward to the Bills game next week. And Tim, I'm sorry, that's going to be Block A. That's the headline. Like, you are a fart. The Jets win is a fart in the wind. Like, nice comeback. Jacoby Brissett, Jets versus Browns. No one's going to give a shit. Like, it's really not going to play.
Jets and Browns play the first ever Monday Night Football game. I think people care about the Jets and the Browns.
Oh, yeah. People care.
Jets and Browns don't. Okay, yeah, sure, okay. Okay.
I want money on it. I'm happy for you, but I'm just telling you,
I'm happy
you're
too,
going to be sourpuss when you see what the leads are tomorrow.
It's going to be
and the covers.
The Dolphins got super fluky. Yeah, sure, they did get fluky.
Did they get fluky?
The Ravens decided to let receivers just run wide open down the field.
Maybe they have good players.
Hill played well. Obviously, Waddle played great.
Miami's comeback. It's the first time in 12 years a team has come back from a 21-point deficit in the fourth quarter. Geoff, from 2011 to 2022,
regular season,
teams trailing by 21-plus in the fourth quarter have a record of 0-711. Now it's 1-711. Bye-bye to the record.
Again, that's regular season. Obviously, the Patriots came back from that in the Super Bowl.
They are 2-0, as many have said.
Well, they're going to get their doors blown off by Buffalo next week.
But you already said that Buffalo's going to blow the doors off the Super Bowl champion on Monday night.
Buffalo is going to hear nothing about, how great Miami looked, and everyone in the world is going to love the Dolphins next week as an underdog, and they're just going to get devoured. For one, can't wait.
That to a winning percentage.
Oh, stop it, Geoff.
You can make fun of... it's an undeniable thing. Like, it's just an undeniable thing. You can, hate how a golfer goes about winning or not dominating, but you can't just argue with the straight math of that he starts and seems to win.
Yeah,
and now they're talented and got a coach that's really good. I don't know, man. You better... yeah, good luck.
Yeah, okay. I have to pretend like it's very sustainable what they do, and that I'm very impressed by a freakish comeback win. Okay, yeah, all right. They're really good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. They're gonna get good test for them next week. If they beat Buffalo,
well, they beat the team that you picked to be better than the Bills in Week 1 in the Patriots. You said we're going to win the division, and they just beat the Ravens with the best quarterback in football, according to you. You seem really sad, even though the Jets won.
Oh, I'm happy. But Geoff is right, and that's why it's annoying, is that they did steal some of my joy. I feel like I still feel tremendously excited.
This is like somebody just got engaged at your wedding, bro.
Yeah, you know what? That's a very good way to put it. The more important thing is the wedding, is the Jets win, but the Dolphins tried to upstage it with their engagement. I think that's actually a very, very apt way to put it.
On the bright side, people loved your shoey.
Well, I appreciate that. I hope I never have to do another. But no, I don't love losing bets. This is a winner's hat. We wear it when we win.
So you're only gonna wear it after Jets wins, not
on the show.
But you didn't even wear it all day.
I was getting it ready for the show. It's called production.
You were essentially crying how bad the Jets were.
I was frustrated. They kept punting on 4th and 1 near midfield.
Well,
that was agonizing.
Savvy strategy. Do you, honest to God, Geoff, do you think that the Jets would win more games with Flacco or Zach Wilson? Honest question.
I mean it. I think Zach Wilson. I can't believe they were letting Brissett make so many plays off of schedule today.
Yeah, I agree.
That was very alarming for a Jets defensive-minded coach. Some really weird things happening
I think
with the Jets, but they battled and won. I'm not going to.
Yeah,
I'm
think
only
the
gonna
idea
make fun
was
of Tim for his spotlight being stolen today.
I think the idea
not how
from the
great
Jets
I thought the Jets actually comeback was
that they were going to funnel
Can you
all
let
their
him
defense.
finish?
All
You're,
the
just gonna
defensive,
you're pulling a Geoff and just talking over
they were
him.
going to funnel all their defensive energies into stopping the Browns from rushing for a ton of yards. And therefore, because they were committing such resources to that there were people just running free in the secondary otherwise. But and Sauce was hurt for a bit, but then came back. So.
Levitan is currently 0.18 points behind me for a $1,000 swing in the Giant 150.
What is
He has
what's
Jacobs.
the hinge here?
He has Jacobs.
Okay.
There's someone else right behind him who probably also has Dortch. So I have to fade Dortch and Jacobs for like any yard in this overtime. Why couldn't they have just knocked out the 2 points, Geoff? That couldn't have been too hard for anyone? It's too easy. Too easy. I want to be counting my money right now. I don't like this. Don't like this at all. All right, what else
If
are we
the Raiders actually lose, I'll be snickering
I bet.
into the coffee I'm not drinking.
I mean, we kind of buried the lead on this because it's Sunday, but Geoff, walk us through the Chargers, Herbert's injury. Is he a real man for gutting that one out?
It was a real tough loss. I'm real annoyed on a lot of fronts that I don't know who the fuck bullied Staley into not being himself. That really bothers me because, but in hindsight, they lost the game and it matters in the standings and it really could come back to haunt them late. But I think they proved they're as good or better than the Chiefs. And I think I got a foxhole guy at quarterback and I'm an easy guy to please, but I have a quarterback who will die to make me happy. And that's bigger than a week 2 win. But now we got to play the vaunted Jags, and I don't know the status of Herbert. I'm not a doctor. Phillip Rivers never missed a start. Phillip Rivers never even went down. He played on a torn ACL. So this whole status of QB1 thing is I'm really not familiar with at all.
I want to ask a question because I know where I was. And I'm curious where you were. Herbert's on his back, and Amazon cuts to commercial.
I'm dead.
Where are you in this, Geoff? I know how I would have felt.
Melting.
I know how I would have felt.
I'm literally I don't know. I'm literally melting. I don't know whether frozen. I'm numb. They go to commercial, and every time I think they're gonna come back, it's like another commercial. I gotta see stupid Mark Messier's face for fucking Subway. And then they go to Canadian Walmart. I'm seeing different commercials than you guys are seeing, but I am dying. I said a prayer that they lost the game, but what anything that happened after that prayer to see him standing and okay, yeah, that was horrible. I don't know. I wouldn't react to real life situations, let alone make-believe ones with people I don't actually know, but I just love through the television.
Does it concern you that they're sending him to the same doctor that they sent Tyrod Taylor to?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's all a concern.
How do you break cartilage?
Yeah.
Cartilage doesn't seem like the sort of thing that breaks like a bone.
You're a doctor, sir.
Cartilage might tear or rip, but it doesn't seem like it would break in the way that a bone breaks. The verb seems weird to say you have a broken cartilage, you've torn or strained. But
Can you strain your cartilage? I don't think that you can.
I think you can.
I don't think that you can. You're the doctor, though. I'm going to side with you. So can't. Break
I think for your
cartilage.
sake, Geoff, I hope they give him the week off this week. The Jaguars are, while they're.
Hey, the Jags were under my list of teams that actually looked really good today.
They did, but you know what? I think if I know what I think, and maybe Geoff thinks differently, but give him all the time he needs to get right. in this part of the schedule where it's sort of like the salad days.
Yeah, you certainly don't want it to be something that he's going to be playing with all year.
Exactly.
Arizona's going for a
Oh yeah,
fourth.
we're watching. We can see it here on the screen. It's going to be Kyler running around for 80 seconds to kill. Oh, no, they're going deep. They're going deep. Is that Dort? Oh, he dropped
it.
Oh, Marquise Brown sucks so bad. Not as bad as Paris Campbell, mind you. Just don't give it to Josh Jacobs. Throw it to Devontae Adams every time. That's all I care about here.
So stupid.
That's a nice hit, though, to break that up.
Yeah, it's a
Their
fantastic hit.
kicker's really good. I hope they don't get too aggressive. They've got a kicker that's never missed.
Oh, was that Yahoo Sports' fantasy analyst Matt Harmon on the tackle? I think it may have been. All right, I wanted. I know you're sweating this live, but I wanted to bring this up to you. And if anyone's wondering about the full waiver wire show, that comes out on Mondays now. It's not on the PME feed. It's on the Fantasy Football Picks and Bets feed. If you go search that, the video will be up on Mayo Media Network. Smash the like and sub to this channel. Kill Josh Jacobs! Don't you do it to me. Yeah. Go to shotgun. Yeah, split him out while you have Amir Abdullah on the field. How about you do that? No Josh Jacobs. No. Yeah, you can block Josh Jacobs. That's fine. Yeah, you throw it to the ground. Sorry. Where was I? Smashing the like and subbing to the channel,
Yes,
probably?
because the waiver wire show isn't on the PME anymore.
It is, yeah. So I'll have the Monday night preview, the waiver wire, and the full injury report. I'll have the cheat sheet version of that in the newsletter that comes out this evening. We had a sadness wall on the go here, Geoff, during the early games. It was all on the right side. Poor Yanni fell asleep watching the games because they were the closest ones to him. It was on the bottom was Tampa Bay and New Orleans, and then it was Giants and Panthers, and then Steelers and Patriots. If you had to draft a QB, Geoff, for your team, let's say Herbert's out forever and they can only have one of these four guys. Would it be Mac Jones, Trubisky, Baker, or who am I missing here?
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. Because all four of those quarterbacks are fucking terrible.
You can throw Jameis in there too. Jameis
No,
was
Jameis
humiliating today. Jameis was so bad.
No, where Jameis is on a different tier
If he
of sad
played competently,
quarterbacks.
New Orleans would have won the game.
I lost a big teaser. The only game I lost on it was the Saints plus 8.5. So that Olave fumble when they were down 10 broke me.
Chris Olave had 365, I believe it was, air yards in the game
Oh, yeah,
today.
he
Their only
cleaned up.
play was bomb it to Olave.
Cleaned
They
up.
finally completed it, and he just dropped it on the ground.
I think I would take Mac Jones.
He's not good.
Oof. It was
I don't
talk.
know. Trubisky, Jones, or Baker. No Baker. Baker's out right away.
It's right out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Mac Jones. Mac Jones made some decent third down throws today.
Mac Jones made some excellent throws to the Pittsburgh defense that they just straight up dropped. It was incredible.
Yeah. Oh my God. You're right. There were some real
were
bad ones. Oh my God.
There were great games today, and there were unwatchable.
There was
games
great.
today.
There was only one great game today. There were some great finishes to some of the games, but the Baltimore Dolphins game was really the only great game of the day. The other ones were just
There was only great QB play by pretty much Tua and Lamar in some respects. Until
I
Lamar
thought
stopped playing.
Lawrence played marvelously today.
That's big coming from
He
you.
did. He played marvelously today.
Okay, let's say that Herbert.
And I thought Goff played pretty well.
Oh yeah,
Goff
the
played pretty
Goof
well.
played okay. So let's say you had to go the other way. It wasn't one of these younger QBs who sucks. What if you had to take your pick between Matt Ryan, Jameis, and Wentz? Which way would you go?
Wentz
Jameis.
and Matt Ryan are done. Done.
Jameis.
Dust. So it has to be Jameis. Because those
Yeah,
other
Matt
two
Ryan
can't
is-
play anymore. They have
You know
to be
how
gone.
it kind of happens.
They're
with running
bye-bye. See ya. Bye-bye. They can't play. They can't play.
Oh, I'm so playing Matt Ryan on DraftKings.
Matt Ryan and Carson Wentz are done. You are obliged to take Jameis, and that's a disaster. A roller coaster that only has downs.
Pig.
Oh, did he fumble that?
There's a loose pig.
Is he down?
No, they're scrimmaging for the ball.
Yeah, but the Raiders say the Raiders have it. It's okay.
But the Cardinals contend.
the
they
Cardinals
have the
contend
ball.
that I don't know what to do here. I hope the ref isn't swayed by any of these decisions.
Matt Ryan was so bad today. He should be in prison for having people have to watch that football game. That was
horrible,
prison-worthy football. How many
That
times
was
it's fumbling the ball, throwing a pick, throwing it away, trying to throw a pick? That's 2 weeks in a row. You can't do. He's got to go. They have Case Keenum as a backup right in Indianapolis?
No, it was Nick Foles.
Nick Foles. You should be against the law in the state of Indiana for the Colts not to start Nick Foles next week. It is a crime not to start Nick Foles because Ryan is just done. Like, not that he's bad or good. He's just done. He's finished. Like, he is like a pillar of salt. He's done for. You can't watch him anymore. Can't do it.
There was a play in the Giants. How much of the Giants-Carolina game did you watch, Geoff?
Too much.
There was one play where Daniel Jones tried to throw an out route to, I forget who it was.
Should have been picked.
But it got jumped, and it should have been a pick six on 3rd and 11, or 2nd and 11, and it wasn't. The Carolina corner dropped the ball. But then on the next play, he threw it to, what was the guy's name? Sills V gets the first down and then runs back past the markers by 2 yards.
Criminal.
Oh. No one wants. Just call this a tie and get it a Dodge.
Still wasn't
this
as
game
sad
sucks.
as the great Xavier Howard dropping a pick six, but
It didn't end up making a difference.
No.
As you even pointed out when Xavier Howard dropped that, it was a great read on that play.
it was a great read, but he dropped it.
The unsustainable turnover rate for the Dolphins
It has to
has
stop.
already gotten 2 amazing red zone turnovers.
It has to
through
stop.
2 weeks.
The Dolphins can't keep getting turnovers at that rate. It's mathematically impossible.
You said that last year, and they kept doing it.
But like regression is going to come and hit like a wrecking ball. It has to.
So who's the worst QB in the league that we saw play today?
Matt Ryan.
and
We're
Ryan,
close.
Matt Ryan.
Bye.
Embarrassing-
See this? Put him on this plane and sail him into outer space because that's
Oh my God! He fumbled again!
Oh, it's on the ball.
Oh, go!
He's gone.
Yes! That better stand, right?
Well, I don't know whether it will stand, but it looks like it.
No Dortch, no Jacobs, 0 fucking points in overtime. Sorry. Let's have it.
B. Murph.
What a.
Did I hold on? Oh, I did too. Oh, I hope
How many
Arizona.
points were they down? Like, where's that
23
comeback
was it
rank?
23 to
Obviously,
7? 23 to
Tim, that
7?
comeback could rank ahead of your comeback, but also behind Miami. So now you might be the third.
Stop it.
The third
Stop
rung.
it. Ours was the most
You're like-
impressive.
Oh, yes, that's the thing. Now people are going to be talking about this. And the Cowboys won with Cooper Rush. That trumps anything with the
now that
Jets.
there's been 3, Jeff, the opening block of PTI is just going to be comebacks. I'm going to talk about all 3 comebacks.
All right, let's book. Let's be producers. We're doing our own show live, but let's be producers for the A block. What is the A block? So you have 3 segments.
If depending on Packers Bears, the Packers play great tonight.
Sure.
I have to have them in that. top
Okay,
3
so
segments.
as
It's the Cowboys winning with their backup.
No,
Cowboys?
I have the 3, so you guys can, and in the chat, you guys can throw
Okay.
this out here too. I think Tua is the number 1 story because he beat Lamar.
Cowboys.
The Cowboys is the number 2 story, and Trey Lance breaks his ankle. Jimmy G looks good as the 3rd story.
Okay, I would say
You're probably right, Pat.
I'm
I'm not going to argue
comebacks
with
first thing.
We're going
There's
to
now
talk.
three
We're going to
massive-
talk about 8 games in a minute.
No, the
30?
3 massive comebacks.
No,
Talk
you
about the
know
3
what,
comebacks, the Cowboys, and then if Green Bay kills tonight, Green Bay. If not, Lance. Lance might be, that's the way if I were reducing, that's what I would do.
Honestly, Appalachian State might be ahead of the Jets.
Appalachian State would not be ahead of the Jets. Don't say that. As impressive as that was from App State. And also the Irish should have lost on a Hail Mary, or at least tied, because they played terribly again this week.
Yeah, they're good.
They
They played Cal, right?
Yeah.
Is Cal any good?
I don't think so. I mean, they're a Pac-12 team, so I mean, it's not like they're playing pushovers.
Isn't
like
the Pac-12
SEC
god
does
awful
that
outside of
conference.
like USC and UCLA?
Probably. Washington won yesterday. They're a good team.
Are they actually good, or did they just
they
win
are.
yesterday
No,
and you
they
saw
are.
that they
I
won?
think they are ranked, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, they're ranked.
And they went to the playoffs not that long ago.
Any other A block stories? Like Giants are 2-0.
Yeah.
Like that's big news. It's not like the Jets. Like the Giants are a real team that people care about.
I mean, the Giants is news, but like no one thinks that that's sustainable.
You mean because they're god awful?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I think like it's thematic, right? So comebacks, surprises.
All right. How about this? Bengals in real trouble. The headline.
That could be one. The Bengals are in real trouble. They're about to be 1-2 or 0-3. Sorry.
When they lose to the Jets.
See this? You'll be seeing this hat next week, folks. I'm gonna get my hair done and everything. You won't know.
You're gonna get a perm.
You won't know.
You're gonna get a perm.
You'll never know because this will be on.
You should have done the shoey out of that. How good was that, by the way? The
It
Diet
was
Crystal
just
Pepsi?
vile. Just
Really?
vile.
You were able to get that down pretty quick and went back for the rest of
He
it.
finished it up.
Well,
Yeah, he liked it.
If for no other reason than I lost both sides of it. So I really did deserve to have to drink the whole thing.
Have they called this a real touchdown yet? Because it still says under review.
Touchdown!
There we
Cardinals.
go. Well, that's not Ed Hockley, but that ref's kind of jacked
What
too.
a disgraceful
That's
performance.
Bleakman. That's Cleat. He's probably number
What
one
a
in the league these
disgraceful
days.
performance from Oakland to lose like
Oh,
that.
I wanted to bring back, because you had pointed
Thank
it out. In the Dolphins game, Mostert ran downhill on the Ravens all day. And if you're playing anything, like prop-wise, anything against the Ravens or Dolphins, just take players who run over middle of field, because it was wide open all game.
Miami has one play. Slant over the middle from the left, slant over the middle from the right.
Or Tyreek Hill wide open down the field.
That's it. Like, literally, that's the playbook. Now, it was effective this Sunday, but we'll see. I mean, Buffalo is supposed to have this great vaunted defense and be a real tough team. So if what people say is true, they ought to dominate the Miami Dolphins, who then have to then play on a short week against the Bengals. Will get off the snide and be 1-3 on a Thursday. So the Dolphins sort of have their 2 wins, and they're in some trouble.
I want to get to some quick hits for a second. Big fist pumps from Geoff.
I'm happy for Geoff.
It's a big win,
This
pal.
is a victory week this is a friends and family week outside of Tua on the show.
I mean, I won money on
This is a
Tua.
happy,
It was great.
We're in a happy mood here on the show. Yeah. The
Okay.
audience is trying to rattle me.
The
but I won't
audience
allow
is
it.
fired up for Tua. Dolphins fans back there.
I won't allow it.
Do you think that we see Mitch Trubisky ever again for the Steelers?
Yes. It's a short week. There's no way they can get Stills up and ready in time. If they're making the move, they make it after week 3.
It's Pickett, isn't it?
Tim's
Pickett,
probably
Pickett,
right.
Sorry. Yeah, Pickett. Sorry. There's no
Why?
way
I mean, Trubisky, he knows the playbook, does he?
they're just not going to make that change in a short week. They'll wait until week 3.
Training camp isn't insignificant.
And
Like,
they're
install-
1-1, and they lost that one game by 3 points.
Yeah.
And it's like they're not going to make the move yet.
Their offense, if they had a semblance of offense, they would easily be 2-0 right now.
I don't believe they'll make the move yet. If they get beaten soundly by the Browns, as they ought to probably on Thursday, well then.
Geoff, I threw this out on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it or not, but every time Mitch Trubisky passes, now, regardless of whether it's incomplete, complete, right to a guy, it looks like it's going to be picked off, just the way that he throws.
Yeah, he sucks. He's horrible. That was my big screen game today. 'Cause
And
everyone I was
somehow,
with-
Matt Ryan
everyone I
is
was
worse.
with
He's
had
cutting
good
him
money on
off.
the Patriots.
Can you let
So
him
we watched
fucking
all that
talk?
Garbage.
What's wrong with you?
Lot.
Did the Diet Pepsi give you a fucking aneurysm? Jesus Christ. Question from the audience. Oh, 6 TDs for Tua. All right. I mean, it's probably not helpful you're being trolled from behind the camera, is it?
Don't even notice it.
Oh, really? Who else here? Baker. Oh, Zeke sucks.
Put him on the same train to prison that you're putting Matt Ryan on. He's got to go.
Yeah, but it's acceptable in some regards for a running
Sure.
back to turn into like pig dust.
That's fair.
Veteran quarterbacks don't turn like. Look at Joe Flacco today.
Turn
Yeah,
back
as
the
much
clock.
as-
Sure.
Well,
That's true.
I don't understand. Matt Ryan, he just turned into like pig form of like Cedric Benson quarterback. Like just evaporate. Like just poof into the air. Like gone. That was the most disgusting performance feel like I've seen from a quarterback who I have respect for in a long time. That was end of the road. Roethlisberger would even be laughing at that.
You seem pretty upset over there.
No, I'm not.
What do you
People keep making number 6 signs at me.
for 6 TDs?
Yeah.
It's
fine.
a great day. He didn't score as many fantasy points as Lamar.
No, how about that?
Should we be worried about the Ravens?
I don't know if I'm worried about them. They lost a blow-for-blow shootout. They won last week. I don't know who they have next week.
We're going to get to that here in a minute.
I'm not worried about
Don't look at the early lines yet,
The
Geoff.
only teams that we should be
not,
like
but-
legit worried about should be Cincinnati because they're 0-2. Have
Did you
looked.
just say the Ravens lost a blow for blow shootout?
I mean, it was a
That's
42
how you would describe today.
42-38. Look, that's what I'm going with.
That was not blow for blow.
The Bengals lost 2 games where they were touchdown favorites in back-to-back weeks. That's a team you should be super worried about. There aren't too many other teams I'd be like
The Raiders.
Super. The Raiders, yeah. The Raiders have blown two
In the
very winnable
AFC
games.
West?
Yeah. The Raiders,
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, the Raiders have lost two very winnable games to start. They're in an 0-2 hole. Raiders you should be worried about. Other than that, in the NFC, I mean, like, if the Packers lose tonight, yeah, that's a panic situation. The Colts are the Colts.
They're 0-1.
But, like, we'll see how the Titans do tomorrow night. Like,
Is Denver bad or is Houston good?
maybe Denver's a little worse than we thought. Maybe Houston's a little better than we thought.
Because, I mean, Russell Wilson wasn't good in that game, but the receivers must have had 8 drops.
Oh,
yeah.
they did not help him at all. They were doing a disservice to him.
Damian Pierce looked a lot better this week. They gave him the ball. He looked way better.
Funny how that works. You give people opportunities, they thrive.
Evans versus Lattimore. Geoff, do you think that we can get like a Le'Veon Bell, Adrian Peterson boxing match in the offseason?
Oh, that was good. I guess that was the only exciting part of that.
It was.
Game. That was just
That woke
pathetic.
that woke you up, Yanni. The fight. After you called that the sadness game that made you fall asleep. DK Metcalf's catch that wasn't a catch was incredible.
Oh, just
one-handed over the defender.
Spectacular.
It's 2 weeks in a row we got like really amazing catches.
Yeah, the chase catch they took away last week. Yeah,
that should be a thing on NFL Network. They should have the
almost catches.
Because I remember John Baldwin had one for the Chiefs one year. That was the catch of the year, and it should have counted, but it was nullified.
That's a good point.
By like a holding call or something. But it was remember John Baldwin?
I do.
He was like Mecole Hardman before there was Mecole Hardman.
I do remember him.
He was not good. And I think that's all. That Denver's receiving core after Judy went down was a bunch of creative players.
Except for Sutton.
You had Sutton, and then you had Hall of Famer Kendall Hinton, someone named Montrell Washington, Tyree Cleveland, and Eric Sobert, who had that touchdown. These are real people.
Yeah.
They should have got like Lockett or DK in that trade too when they got Russell Wilson.
It's tough. Although Denver should have good receivers. Anyway.
Seattle not good, by the way. Let's talk about the Lance thing. He's done for the year, Geoff. I don't think that does this just turn into last year in this circumstance with Jimmy G, where it feels like they're going to be good. They're probably a much better bet to make the playoffs now, but they still might be capped in what their overall upside is.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue they become more efficient and significantly less explosive. And a lot of people who were banking on them, betting on them, were kind of really excited for the element of explosiveness in their offense. So it would be interesting to see. It's now essentially going to be like 3 years since Trey Lance played D2 football. Still never run a 2-minute drill.
There's no team in the NFL that's good for whom losing their quarterback for the whole season hurts less than San Francisco.
Well, what about Dallas, who's now 1-0 without Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush?
What about Miami?
Cam came on the show.
Good team.
Cam came on the show on Thursday.
Give it to Cam.
And just said, you know what? Are we sure? Are we sure Cooper Rush isn't better than Dak Prescott? I had a laugh. I mean, he wasn't good, but you know what he did? He just forced it into CeeDee Lamb, got Noah Brown going, Tony Pollard. It's almost like the coaching staff, weirdly enough, Geoff, was like, okay, we're not good anymore. We now need to think outside the box with our offense. And it was just far more effective.
You're probably right in some respect on that, and I'm really upset with myself for not pulling the trigger on Dallas today because I love betting on teams first game with the backup. Everyone kind of rises in that moment before they realize they're screwed really in the long run. Just couldn't determine if Dallas was a good or bad team. And I'm still not really sure with the way the Bengals just, I don't know, they start games lifeless. Burrow, for all that money and talk about the offensive line being revamped, it's the same story. It's the same story. Dallas couldn't put a lick on a pass rush last week either.
It's real concerning.
Do you have a Palm Pilot?
He's got a stylus.
You have a styling pen for your phone. Is it a Palm Pilot? Is it a Newton's Apple?
And Tim,
yes,
you
Jeffrey.
were essentially the Super Bowl curse that you always believe in. You tried so hard to say it wasn't going to affect the Bengals this year.
Yeah, it just seemed like the circumstances wouldn't allow for it, given the Cincinnati overachieved by so much to get to the Super Bowl, that usual Super Bowl loser hangover, just it wouldn't hang on them the same way, that they still had something to prove and had gotten better. But they're the team you have got to be by far the most concerned of in the NFL, save maybe Green Bay if they don't play well tonight. It's real concerning now because you're in the AFC. You're 0-2 now. They and the Raiders, 2 playoff teams last year, are now behind the 8 ball by, at least for the Raiders, are 2 back in the division now, and it's tough. I mean, it's a 17-game season. It's not over. It's the middle of September, but that is not an insignificant hole to have to climb out of. It can be done. I mean, they have good players. It's not like they have Matt Ryan at quarterback. They have actual players who can play football. They have good quarterbacks, but they better snap too. And unfortunately for Burrow, he's about to meet gangrene. So,
would you wear that hat into a store if you stop for food on your way home or something?
No, this hat is actually extraordinarily heavy.
It is. Even CDG last week when he was in here, he couldn't put, you told him it was heavy. He's like, oh, fuck off, Cust, give it to me. And he put it, I was like, oh,
it's
this is heavy.
Extremely heavy.
He had no Botox for his neck, so he
You're
started
going
to
to have
sweat.
to ice your neck after this hour-long show tonight?
I'll tell you what, Geoff, I am looking forward to my reward on the drive home.
What's your reward tonight?
I haven't decided. The mood will strike me, but I obviously deserve a reward for the Jets winning. So
It's true.
Thank you. Of course it's true.
Can I tell you, Pat, as a fat guy who loves a football team,
Dairy Queen's open.
you either
Midnight.
on Sunday night you either reward yourself with a fatty meal or you sad eat a fatty meal. But either way,
You get your meal?
There's a gorge that takes place. That's
Jeff
either you
knows.
earn this gorge or I'm really sad and I want to make myself happy with
Could be
this
a couple
gorge.
JBCs. That could be where we go here.
So was that a positive or a negative?
Positive.
Oh, okay, that's good news.
That's a reward.
And you have tomorrow off because the Queen died.
I am off tomorrow.
How bullshit is that, Geoff? They should give us tomorrow off because 2 threw 6 touchdowns. The Queen. Give your fucking head a shake, the world. I can't believe you have the day off. You know who's going to be working? Real people. The real people who watch this show, the real people of the world. You call yourself the common man? Common man's not getting the day off.
There were people at
Tim will
that
be
Penn
home
State
to
Auburn
watch
football
all
game
those-
who were calling me the
You'll
man
be
of the
home
people.
to watch. You'll be home to watch all those highlight shows lead with Tua's 6
I
touchdowns.
will fall asleep tonight with. Well, actually, I'll probably fall asleep with the football game. But I'll wake up at 2 a.m. when I go to the couch to sleep for a while and flip on NFL Network and just watch NFL Game Day for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Tim, people want a first touchdown bet from you.
Tonight,
Just who's going to score the first touchdown?
Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet, the best of man Kmet?
That's what I think will
Oh,
happen.
no, right guard yourself right out of there. Telling you. Bobby Tunyon, 10-1. What was the other loser I picked? The Pettis file.
No,
40-1.
and if I were to pick a Green Bay player, the fellow who dropped the long touchdown last week, Watson.
Watson. Geoff, who do you got?
I'm gonna tail you on Tunyon, Pat.
All right. G asks, Tim, can you wish my mother-in-law a happy anniversary?
I told you before, I'm not going to do that. I don't do that.
Someone asked if you're going to celebrate tonight with a JBC and a road beat.
Oh, goodness. Okay, shiz.
We'll get Shiz on here. Shiz will power when Shiz comes on the show because we're extending everything to our friends who watch the games with us. Chris Meany couldn't be here tonight. He had a family situation. Shout out to Meany. We're thinking about you, buddy. We'll see you in a few weeks. Hopefully everything turns out fine. But Shiz will be in here and he will power rank the different stages of beats from 1 to 10. That's going to be his mission for the day, and how he's a weird Houston Texans fan for some reason.
That is SEO.
Danger Beats is Danger Beats number 1. Do you know about Danger Beats? What about Gravedigger Beats? See, Shiz has them all in the bank. You have to watch out. So many beats. Shiz knows them all. What was his claim? Flaccid to hard and come in 17 seconds? 13 seconds on our friend's iPad mini in the bathroom while we were watching football? He had a new world record. All right, let's guess the lines for next week. Don't look yet, Geoff. We have to do this.
I'm not looking. I'm trying to bet first touchdown. I have not looked at any board.
Jeff's too busy watching Danny Willett 3-putt.
Oh, Danny Willett 3. Oh, Geoff and I are doing a President's Cup show tomorrow.
Bet the
That was
international
crazy.
team.
I didn't even.
Bet the international team.
There's great value on them.
I don't even know if there's great value on them. They have a fucking bunch of Canadians on the team.
Yeah, I like the international team.
You guys, actually, let's do Monday Night Football first. Anything change from you guys?
No.
So you like the Titans? Paul?
Who won't score the first touchdown?
Oh, is about to start.
Justin Fields is not going to rush one in.
All right, what's Justin Fields' first touchdown here? So Justin Fields is not going to have the first touchdown, according to Tim. Anytime touchdown. Where's first touch? Come on, DraftKings Sportsbook, get it together. Justin Fields 22-1 first touchdown. Okay, Geoff, I'm in on that too. Let's bet that. Well, the books are asleep. Oh, 18-1. I don't like that. Well, screw it. I'm in anyway. I won a bunch of money today. Feel good about it. $30. 18-1 pays $5.70. No, place the bet. God damn it. I had to do it from my phone because weird geo-blocking.
I hate that bullshit.
Oh yeah, don't use the app.
Well, I use the app on...
Use Google
What?
on your phone.
No, on my phone, the app works fine. You just have to download the Canadian version.
The app's always been a problem for me.
Never been a problem for me.
Gotta
It's the-
have it jailbroken.
Do you have it jailbroken?
I don't know.
How would you jailbreak it?
I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't know if you TaskRabbit that or what.
Do you understand what TaskRabbit is?
Yeah, people who do things.
Oh, I almost bet Darnell Mooney. Gross.
Oh,
Now watch him fucking score.
Why
know it's-
won't you just let me bet?
This is riveting television.
I'm sorry. You said he couldn't score
Jeff's
the first
doing the
touchdown.
same thing that
well,
you're doing.
you said I bet you that everyone watching the show ran to their sports book to bet Justin Fields' first touchdown.
Okay.
The moment that you said. So week 3 early lines. I don't want you guys to think about it. I just want what naturally comes off. We're gonna go Tim, Geoff, Geoff, Tim. Geoff, I know you're not listening, but did you hear that?
Yes. And Tim's so much better at me than this, but I'll try my best.
So right away, I'm going to hit you with it. Here are the week 3 games. Thursday night, Steelers at Browns.
Browns by 3.
Browns by 1.
Browns by 3.5 over the Steelers. Texans at the Bears. Geoff first.
Bears by 3.
Texans by 1.
Bears by 3.
Okay.
You're up by 4 in that one, so this one's for you. Bills at Dolphins.
Bills by 6.
Bills by 6. Geoff?
Bills 5.
Bills by 4.5. A lot of respect for Tua. Although if the Bills win by like 400 on Monday
That
night.
wasn't them played yet.
Or if they lose, it goes down to 3.
Sure.
So Geoff first. Lions at Vikings, who we haven't seen play yet.
Lions 5.5. Vikings minus 5.5.
I was going to say 6.
7.5 for the Vikings.
Whoa.
No, not buying the Lions as of yet. Saints at Panthers. Tim.
Saints by 4.
Saints by 2.5.
Saints by 3. Chiefs at Colts. Geoff.
Huh.
What if Matt Ryan gets locked up for his play
The
before
stank.
the game?
Oh my God. Chiefs extra time. There's such a stank. Chiefs a touchdown.
Chiefs by 7. What do you say?
7.5.
It's 6. And you've already said today you like the Colts.
Oh, I think the Colts are probably the play, even though they're terrible.
It's like my Jacksonville play
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
And Jacksonville, Atlanta, and Dallas all fell into my. I just bet them.
A total contrarian play would be to play the Colts. It has to be the sharp side.
Eagles at Washington.
Eagles by 3.
Geoff?
Eagles by 3.5.
No, it's Eagles by 3. You guys can say the same thing. Maybe if you get it exactly right, I will just say that and we can move on. Geoff, Raiders at Titans.
Titans by 4.
Titans by 4.
Titans by 2.5.
Raiders by 1.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Bengals at Jets. Geoff.
Bengals at Jets. Bengals by 4.
Well, the Bengals were just at the Cowboys, and they were 7-point favorites. So it's got to be like 7. Bengals by 7.
4.5.
That is interesting. That's
Ra-
respect for the Jets.
Ravens at the Patriots.
Ravens by 2.
Geoff?
Ravens by 5.
Ravens by 3. Jacoby Myers is going to have 400 catches in this game because he's the guy who runs slants.
Money's going to come in on the Patriots, too.
Yeah, because they look so impressive today. Jags at Chargers. Geoff?
I don't know the quarterback situation.
Well, they have a line, so I think they're saying Herbert's playing.
Chargers by a touchdown.
Chargers by 7 is absolutely correct.
Okay.
Packers at Bucks. Tim?
Buccaneers by 2.5.
2.5. Incorrect, Geoff.
Buccaneers by 3.5.
It's actually, you split the difference. It's just 3.
Okay.
Rams at Cardinals, Geoff.
Rams by 3.
Rams by 1.
Rams by 4.5.
Ooh.
Oh, the Cardiac Falcons, my covering team. They're going to go 17-0 against the spread. They're amazing, but they're at the Seahawks. Tim.
Falcons. Oh my God. No. Seahawks by 2.
Correct.
I can't give the Falcons.
Niners at Broncos, Geoff. Sunday night.
Broncos by a field goal.
Nope.
No. 49ers by 2.
No, it's Broncos by 2.5. And Monday night, Cowboys at Giants. I think this is the most interesting spread of the week. Tim.
Giants by 3.
That is correct.
Giants were favored by 1.5 today at home against the Panthers.
I know, but they look
Panthers
so
are probably better
I
than,
know they won the game, but they look so bad.
I think the Giants are probably the play on that.
I feel like the Cowboys are the play almost for the same reason that I blindly bet the Jets this week against Brissett. Like, the Giants have won now by what, 1 and 3?
Sure.
Can the Giants win by more than 3 points? Is that possible for them?
Can Cooper Rush cover 2 games in a row?
I mean, he's covered every game he started.
True.
2-0 against the spread.
I don't know. It's a tough game. It's a game that I hate. That's my least favorite game every year is Dallas and New York. I hate watching those games, but like it actually has a little bit of like early season intrigue.
Final thoughts on week 2, Jeffrey, before we head to Monday night and we talk again tomorrow for golf. The Willett 3-putt from 4 feet was not good.
We'll have to talk about that tomorrow. That was crazy. I'm actually worried. I had no money on golf this week, but my heart feels like that's a bad omen for the year for me to see that or hear that happen because I actually visually didn't see it. I don't know. These 2 weeks have been crazy. I don't remember comebacks like this. Maybe it's just hyperbole of the moment, but it's been insane. And credit to Miami, the new coach, to have fun. I can't wait. Bills, Dolphins next week. My wife is going to kill me, Pat, so I'm just going to run, okay?
All right. I'll see you later. You can follow Geoff Fienberg on Twitter at gfeinberg17, and you can check him out on the Pat Mayo Experience Monday for President's Cup, and then Wednesday with me and you, Tim. I'm in the big screen now behind us.
It's terrifying.
That's what happens when Geoff has to go. See, there I am. Oh, now it's on the 2-shot. The Infinity 2-shot. Oh, we missed the Infinity 2-shot. It went away.
It was a fun day of football.
It was. We got so excited for the Jets and the Dolphins.
It started very dour, and it seemed like the games were going to be awful. And then out of nowhere, every game blew up in all directions, and it happened with the 5 o'clock slate too. So it was a fun day. I had fun.
This was a different show than last week's show. I want to make each of these Sunday shows a little bit different. I feel like good energy so far on the first 2 weeks.
I think this has been, we've hit a couple of home runs.
We need to find a guest for week 3.
We will work on that.
All right. I'll work on that throughout the week. Are you going to work on it?
Well, no, probably not. I mean, I could ask people, but
Yeah, you're off all day.
I haven't got the talent for picking out people.
Are you going to be like mourning people? Yeah. You're mourning the queen? Bye-bye! That's what we're saying to you folks out there. Thanks for tuning in to Sunday Night Live in between the final game. We probably won't be sweating the games like that. Let me know if you enjoyed us sweating the games. I feel like it really distracted us for 15 minutes to start the show, but maybe it's something that people enjoy when we're sweating along and trying to talk about things and yelling at each other as well. Smash like, sub to the channel. I'll be back with waivers on Monday, and Geoff and I talking golf on Monday before it's another week of football. We're getting to week 3. Good luck Sunday night. Good luck Monday night. I'm Pat Mayo. I'll see you next time.